Can you hear us okay, Isaiah?
Yeah, I can hear you guys great.
We'll start with a question from Darnell Dixon and then Jay Drew.
Yeah, Isaiah, I wanted to ask you about a comment that Kalani made after the game on Monday. He said something about allowing the players to have feedback and a voice in the game plan. Can you tell us what that entails, what the process is like for that?
Yeah, I think a lot of it too was during the game, there were things that we did really well and executed really well and things that weren't as well, didn't go as well. And so Kalani, really we had the game plan set up and then he just had asked like, hey, what's working, what's not, what do you guys like? And we were able to tell him kind of the things that we liked and the things that we, were working well for us and kind of our big plays. And so that, they're very open, and Kalani, I think, trusts a lot of us, with what we see. We have a lot of veteran guys, and even throughout the weeks, preparing for Navy, there's things that we tried and didn't feel as confident in. And so he, just really had an open ear, listening to us, what we liked and what we wanted to do.
And as a follow-up, what does that mean to you as a player and as with your teammates that they're allowing you this input?
Oh, it's huge. I think, Kalani's a player's coach. He loves us. He respects us, and he trusts us. He, has given us a lot of free reign, and to have him have our back like that, it does a lot for us as players. And, I think that's one reason why we play so hard is because we know that we have coaches that back us up.
Thank you.
Hey, Isaiah, after that big win you guys had, a lot of people around the country trying to figure out how good you guys are. Obviously, locally, we are too. How does this team compare to the past 4 or 5 teams you've been on at BYU?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this question because I've thought about it quite a bit. And I really thought about this team and kind of who we have. And, I've been on a lot of teams. I was here with, when Taysom was a senior and Jamal and kind of, there was, those players. And I think we went 9-4 that year. We lost the 4 games by a total of 8 points. And so I've been on a really good team. And I mean, this offense, I think, is the best that I've seen. The offensive line, phenomenal. I mean, they're the best, I think, the best line in the country. And Zach really just takes control of the offense. It's his offense. He runs it, and he's just a phenomenal quarterback. And, really trust him. And then obviously we saw what the running backs did behind the O-line. And then even on defense, we just have so many players with experience, so many veterans, that have high football IQs, that play hard. They've got a lot of experience. So, to answer that question, this is the best team that I've been a part of here at BYU. And we have, I think we've kind of bridged it together. It's been a work in progress, I think, the last few years. And I think guys have bought into the culture. They bought into what we do as players. We love one another and we're united in what we do. And so I think that just is the biggest difference.
Then by now you've probably seen or heard the comments from Navy's coach about whether they tackled or blocked or went live and compared to what you guys did. As a player, did you notice that advantage on the field? And then just what do you make of what's your reaction to Navy's kind of what they said happened?
Yeah, I was shocked, and I understand. I mean, times are different now. They probably have their own protocols and their own worries and things that they were trying to. Kenny I'm sure he was just trying to protect his players, and so in that regard, I'm very understanding of what he chose to do. He made a decision on behalf of his players and his program, but looking back at the game, I think that we were just really prepared. The coaches did a phenomenal job at preparing us for that through certain drills that we did. I mean, there were times where the defense, we were full pads. The scout offense was cutting us. They were, doing a bunch of just different things to really prepare us. And I think that was really the biggest difference is we were just really, really prepared. And I'm sure, Navy was maybe underprepared because of the things that they, the protocols that they went through. But I think just looking back at it, we were extremely prepared.
Jake, we'll take your question next.
Okay, Isaiah, I wanted to ask you, in terms of you guys moving on from Navy now and turning your attention to Army, after what you guys did Monday night, do you almost regret in a way that you're not playing this week?
I think it's good that we play them at least back to back. A lot of guys, and when you play offenses like this, you get beat up, and guys get some bumps and bruises here and there. And I think it's probably good that we get a break. I think if we can still ride the momentum that we have coming out of this game, and then just go into next week, guys can recover. I think mentally we know what we need to do and what we're capable of, and so really just excited to play regardless. But I think the break is good.
There was a lot of talk last year about you guys' inability to get sacks and tackles for loss. You guys ranked among the bottom third of the FBS in those two categories a year ago. How shocked were you after the game to see 8 tackles for loss and, more importantly, 5 sacks against a traditionally strong option team?
Yeah, that was awesome to see. And there was a lot of guys that were in on those stats, getting tackled for losses. And I think it just goes to show how prepared we were and what kind of our coaches have done for us in wanting to, get pressure, wanting to, be really aggressive. That's kind of was the theme, I guess, was just, hey, be aggressive, offense be aggressive, defense be aggressive, and special teams be aggressive. And so that was kind of our mentality, and we knew that we wanted to, improve and get into the quarterback. So that was really fun to see.
Okay, we'll take a question from Sean Walker.
Yeah, building off of that last one a little bit, with transitioning between 2 option teams, I guess, from Navy to Army, as you're kind of getting into Army prep mode and that kind of thing, is there a lot of stuff that you're finding you can build off of from prepping from Navy, or are there just enough differences with this Army triple option that you kind of need to throw away a little bit of that Navy prep?
Yeah, I think it was good to get some stuff on film with Navy, and we were able to kind of see what was working and what wasn't. Army's going to be pretty similar, but they're a phenomenal team. I mean, the way that they fire off the ball, the way that their O-line plays, and they got a big tight end that's really physical. So in a lot of senses, it's going to be a little bit different. Will be a lot more physical, a lot faster, I think. But a lot of things will carry over from Navy. But that being said, I think the mentality is still, hey, we're going to be aggressive. Let's play hard. Let's play fast. Let's match. Let's really match the energy and the enthusiasm and the physicality that we had last week at Navy.
Okay, Jay will take your question.
Hey, Isaiah, you probably saw where BYU is going to allow 6,000 fans in. That might not even cover the whole Kaufusi clan. I don't know.
Or not.
What, as a player, are they taking care of you guys at all? Have you been told, are you going to get some of those tickets? And then just what's your reaction to what seems like kind of a low number of fans?
Yeah, and I'm sure this question is probably above me. I'm not the most qualified because I'm sure there's a bunch of logistics that are behind this question and the answer. But really, really just excited to have fans. We'll take however many fans, doesn't matter to us. And they have told us that they will take care of us, that they will give us tickets, and just to make sure that our families and our loved ones can attend. But regardless, the fan situation, from what I understand, is going to kind of be game by game, just kind of depending on how things are here in Provo and in the county and then the state. So that could change. 6,000 could change in the next coming weeks and kind of as it comes up each game. But just really excited to have fans back in the stadium, and I'm sure the fans are really excited. But regardless, it'll be fun to have fans.
Okay, thanks, Isaiah.
Thank you.